Some things never change, especially for those of us who own our own small business. Every day brings new, well, let's just use the word challenges. I recently had the chance to spend some time with someone who has built a very successful company. David Friend is the co-founder and CEO of a longtime advertiser on my national radio show, online backup service called Carbonite. David has been an entrepreneur for more than 25 years, and he has this incredible track record of success in the field of technology. Here are his top 5 lessons for small business owners. It all begins with vision. When I first started my syndicated newspaper column and national radio show, and I quit this really great job to do it, even my dad thought I was crazy. But I could see that computers were the future, and people would always end up needing help adapting to these rapid changes of the digital world.
Well, the most important thing is to have a vision and to see where you want to take this business. What is the opportunity? Because entrepreneurs, by definition, see possibilities that other people don't necessarily see. If everybody saw it, there wouldn't be any opportunity. So, you have to see opportunities where other people don't see opportunities. And then the job of the leader is to get everybody else on board, to get everybody else to believe in your vision so that they will say, yep, I will quit this wonderful job I have over at this other company and I will come to work for you because I believe in this vision that you have. I see this as an opportunity. You've convinced me. And you have to constantly be reinforcing that because you're always hiring new people, you're always bringing new people on. And it's a job of, in the mind of the entrepreneur, you can already see how this is going to turn out, and it's just a matter of time between here, where it doesn't exist at all, and there, where it's clearly going to exist. And by articulating that vision to your employees and to your investors and to your customers, you make them into believers. And that's, I think, the real job of the leader and the entrepreneur.
Leaders just don't cast the vision. They have to also inspire partners, employees, and customers to buy into that vision. That's the difference between leading and managing. It's a distinction that David Friend knows very well.
I don't see myself so much as a manager as much as a leader. I think those are two different things. And one of the things that I learned the hard way is that it's very hard to be both a good leader and a good manager, and that you need to surround, if you're the visionary and the inspiration for the business, you probably need to surround yourself with people whose real expertise in life is to be a good manager. As a person, stay humble. Nobody wants to work for an arrogant jerk. And there are a lot of people that when they get their first taste of success, suddenly turn into really obnoxious people who don't seem to really care about the people who are working in their companies. And in the high-tech business, fortunes are made and lost pretty quickly. And today's hero can be tomorrow's goat. So just remember that on the way up.
I've come across my fair share of, what would we call them, jerks. You can't let them get to you. David Friend's third small business tip is about cultivating the right state of mind. Don't be satisfied with just the status quo.
I generally see how almost anything can be improved. And so anytime I am looking at something that's going on, whether it's the way a fax machine works, which we greatly improved in my company called FaxNet, to how retail chains are able to use data to make better decisions. I just have this long list of things that just bug me about everything.
You can make it better.
and how it could have been done much better.
That same advice goes for your staff. Just like products, people can always improve themselves too. But it all starts with having the right people around you. When you hire, don't just think about filling a job description. Find people who excite you and push you.
You need to hire a fill in the blank. And why? Because every company has a person that does that job. And that's not necessarily the right way to go. I mean, you have to hire people to fill vacuums that exist in your business, and those will be different from business to business. You don't necessarily need to have the same kind of VP of marketing in one company that you have in another company. And just because someone's been successful as a VP of marketing in this company doesn't mean they're going to be successful in another company, because the culture of your companies is always changing. When I hire vice presidents and people like that, the most important thing is I have to feel like there's some energy between us, and that's the most important thing. I want my company to be someplace where it's just great fun to come to work every day, because you get to interact with all these awesome people, and every day you should come home feeling like, wow, that was like the best day I had at college. I learned so much today, because then you know that you're hiring the right people.
The right people can give you the right advice, but the wrong people can steer you towards disaster. In the 90s, a top radio network executive told me that computers and the internet were just a fad. Can you believe that? Well, good thing I didn't listen to them. I didn't give up either, and neither should you.
The worst business advice, which I've heard many times in my career, is that is a really dumb idea and you are wasting your time. And if I believed that, I wouldn't have done any of the things that I've done. Don't take no for an answer. Whatever you're doing as an entrepreneur, there will always be far more people who doubt your success than people who are going to say, yeah, that's great, go for it. So just, put the negativity aside and don't pay a lot of attention to it until you actually are talking to customers. They're the only ones whose negativity that you should really listen to.
These are 5 very practical tips, not just for improving your business's bottom line, but for creating a winning culture around your company. So now, how can you apply them today? 1, you got to have vision. Try imagining where you want your business to be in 5, 10, or maybe even 15 years. 2, lead, don't manage. Does your team buy into your vision, or are they just doing what you tell them to do? 3, anything can be improved. Make a list of specific ways your product and workflow, how it can be better. 4, hire people, not job descriptions. Who at your company can you learn from? Who challenges you to be a better leader? 5, never give up. Even though it can sometimes feel like you're in this chaotic world of small business ownership alone, people like David Friend have been through it before, and they've achieved tremendous success. With the right tools and some good advice, so can you. Hey, as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget, you can find me over at my website. That's Komando.com.
Hey, what are you doing today?
I'm backing up the computer. Photos, work files, you name it.
Lovely. See you in a few hours. Did you get everything backed up?
Took care of it.
For just $59 a year, Carbonite backs up your irreplaceable files automatically, so you don't have to. Try it for free at Carbonite.com.
Be sure to use offer code KIM and get 2 bonus months if you decide to buy.